Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are. This very evening, this very day, the first day of May, in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021, the time now is precisely 1 minute past 7 p.m. in the chosen land of Biafra, the blessed land of Biafra, the hallowed land of Biafra. And I believe it is now 2 minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you are. Because as we are live here on air, the clock is moving forward, it is not waiting for anyone. This earth is spinning, it is not waiting for anyone. And we are speeding full steam ahead towards an independent, sovereign Biafran state. I welcome each and every one of you. And as I welcome you, please allow me to encourage you to tell your friends and your families, even the enemies of Biafra, to listen to this very program this evening, especially the Janjaweed Caliphate from the Sahel, those descendants of vultures from the foothills of the Futajalon. I do hope and pray that they also will listen unbiased and without any prejudice, that they too may become as enlightened as we are. And who knows, they may even become, should I say, privileged also to taste freedom. I understand that some people are saying that we are not live on our app. That is the message I'm seeing here. People are writing to us on Instagram saying that we are not live on our app. From what I can see here on our systems, the app should be working. I cannot see anything wrong here. Our console, everything here is green, I can tell you. Everything here is green, so I do not know. People telling me that we are not live on our app. I don't know what is going on, because from my end, everything is green and we are good to go. Remember, we are on Instagram. We are also on Twitter. I've told some of you to please try and join us on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, believe you me, you're not doing anything for the restoration of Biafra. You must be on Twitter. You must also be on Instagram as well. I know that for Instagram, you have to look good. It is where they do slaying, as they call it. You have to try and dress well. If you're a lady, you have to try and put on pancake before you appear on Instagram. That's what I've been told. But we are also on Instagram. They said it's working. Thank you very much. It is working. They said it is working. Everything, all from our systems here, everything is go. So I do not see any need nor reason why people should panic in any way, shape, or form. We are live and we are direct. And Elohim in heaven is bearing witness for us. This very message this evening is going out to the entirety of humanity, because across every time zone on this earth, men, women, and children are listening to us. Every intelligence agency in the world is listening to us. Every serious government around the world is listening to this very program. If you go to Abuja now, you will see that the bars, the restaurants, and even the nightclubs are empty, because people are listening to us. Some of them hiding under the bed, some are in their wardrobe, some are pretending they have something to do in the car, some are using earpiece to listen to us. They don't want their wife or their husband to understand that they too are partaking in this very gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of renewal, and a gospel of restoration being preached tonight. We are live and we are direct. And Elohim, of course, is presiding over our activities here on this very earth. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the largest mass movement on the face of this planet Earth. I am, of course, privileged to be the director of Radio Biafra, the director of Biafra Television, but above all, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Those of you listening on my page on Facebook, you will be interrupted, you will be cut out. You will be interrupted, you will be cut out very, very shortly. Please go to Instagram and go to Twitter. Go to our app as well. I need confirmation, please. People are saying our app is not working. I don't understand. They said Radio Biafra is on, but IPOB Community Radio is quiet. I don't know if Mazi or Former is listening to investigate and tell us precisely what is happening. What is happening to our app, IPOB Community Radio. You must tell us. Those of you listening on my Facebook page, of course, it started cutting already. They will cut you, they will take you out and all the rest of it. Please, 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 make sure that you go to Instagram. Our app may not be working. I don't know if it is working or not. I need confirmation. I need people to confirm if our app is working or not. I need that confirmation, please. If our app is working, I need to know so I can advise our people accordingly. We must pray because, as always, before we do anything here, we must hand over our proceedings to the Most High Elohim in heaven. And as always, do not forget to bring your pen and your paper with you, because here we tutor, we lecture, we teach, and of course we interact. That is the essence of what we are doing. It is working now, they said. Igwe is saying that it is working. It is working. Thank you very, very much for that. Facebook will kick you out if you're on my page. Please go and join me on Instagram. Open an Instagram account, open a Twitter account, and you can join us there, please. And you can listen uninterrupted. You can listen uninterrupted, please. You can listen uninterrupted. There are many places and means through which you can listen to us. Tuning is working. All the other apps, they're all working, please. Make sure you go there. Now they have suppressed us down to 1,000 people who are watching on my page. But this gospel must be preached, because Elohim determined that it should be so. Once again, please, regardless of where you're listening to us from this very evening, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, get your pen and your paper ready, because we are going to lecture this evening. But we must pray in the very oldest language known to man, the Igbo language. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe. Onye anyị na-erubere isi wee na-akpụ isi ala nye. Ọkwa na eji ama ka anyị na-achaghị eze ndị nsọ, otuto ka anyị na-eto, nsọpụrụ ka anyị na-asọpụrụ gị, mbuli elu ka anyị na-ebuli aha nsọ gị mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị ihe niile ekere eke bụ site n'ọlụ aka gị na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ịma mma gị na ebere gị na-adị n'ime ndị niile bụ ndị ji wee hiwe isi na nke igwe, dịka ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra. Mmụọ na mmadụ bụ naanị gị ka ha na-efe. Ị karịrị ihe asị na-ebu. O nweghị ihe ọbụla bụ ihe ikere eke ji ama atụtụ wee nye gị nna nke igwe. Ọbịa anyị ma anyị ji wee na-asị ka ndị mmụọ ozi na ndị okenye oru abụọ na anọ nọ n'igwe wee na-agba oche eze okirikiri na nke dị nsọ, wee na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo n'ala. Ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna. Anyị na-asị nsọ 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 ka Jehova dị. Ọkwa na otuto ka anyị na-eto gị nna nke igwe, n'ihi na mgbe mmadụ naghị eri nri. Ọ bụ naanị otuto ka ị na-eri, eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-adọghị eze ndị eze, onye kachasị ihe niile elu, ka i wee nara otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile ja mma niile. N'ihi na ewezụga gị nna nke igwe, ama ndị iro achịwa ụgwọ ọchị. Kama na isi na ị ga-epụrụ anyị ihu na ọzọ aka nri n'aka ekpe nna nke igwe, na ị ga-ebuli anyị elu n'ịtụ okporo anyị ugo nna nke nsọ. N'isi anyị bụ nke itere mmanụ, ka anyị wee gbasa ozi ọma nke gị, okwu nsọ nke gị nna nke ebere, ka ụmụ gị wee chite azụ ebe ị nọ nna nke igwe, wee fee gị ofufe n'ụzọ ziri ezi n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu, asụghị ngọngọ, atụghị egwu mmadụ ọbụla. Ọ bụ ya mere ihe niile nke anyị onwe anyị bụ ka ji wee nyefee gị n'aka, na-asị onye ọ bụ naanị ya kere ihe niile nke anya mmadụ na-ahụ, mana onwe onye kere ya. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ usu niile nke ndị agha, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, isi iyi nke ndụ, onye na-adịghị anwụ anwụ, onye ndị Igbo tụrụ ebighị ebi, Obusoro dianga can get away, Jagger, Makowe, Massacre, and Kigwe, go away, Matata, you know, Binesi, Nesia, and you want your bomber. Tredakuta in so. Kiwe, Nyanya, Biafran, and Kebere. Kehonanya, you were more by Nebendegeno. Kirugiwe, Chani Bang, Nabanegano, no teacher, and Kigwe, Kiwe, Chani, Momo, Epo, Plahano, no one in a Babro, Ipob in Nankigwe. They know banana bonani if na sopron boni me bi. Nko ma me ani be tele. Nko jo me anaja han sori ma. Ni no banana bonye na eweta banana bonye na ewere. Onyi kiri na no baraka ya. Le kwandi no Biafra ni na nkigwe ka na ari oge na abali ano wani ne ga anyi nti. Ni sige guni de tu fuofu. Akansi aga ba hon. Ige jide Oche, Ochichire Bojanja with the Fulani way lion in Nankigwe. Kiwe Costanese and always Buchina Como Biafra. Na Biafra, Gary. Stand a bregan Amara, who's the Nolwakan in Nankigwe. Obus also stand Amara, go one in a way, Sinesian, and the day to a Bomu Chineke. Can we Jahan Sogan my way to the way, Gozier? Sitene bigebi, marune bigebi, kanya logi. Ise, Ozioma chineka kaina basa. We are preaching the gospel of heaven. A gospel that must be preached to the living. That message is coming to you tonight. And I want to start very, very slowly and methodically in drawing the attention of the world, because I know the whole world listens to us. I want to draw the attention of mankind to what is happening in a supposedly the most populous black nation on earth. So black country, not a nation, because the zoo is not a country, not qualified to be one. I want people to understand the reason why they took away your names and gave you states named after rivers around you or stream. I want you to understand the reason why. It is part and parcel of their game plan to strip you of your identity. And if you do not have any identity, you cannot anchor your consciousness, your understanding, your interpretation of your suffering. You cannot be able to situate it properly because you don't know who you are. When they say you are from Niger State, you are from Anambra State, you are from Enugu State, you are from Ogun State, because there's a river called Ogun River, is that not correct? When they do all these things, believe you me, they are doing it because they do not want you to possess any identity with which you can reference your suffering. Because if you have no identity, you cannot solve any problem that confronts you. You can never solve it. Why am I saying this? When you hear that people in Niger State are suffering, I believe there is an element of detachment you feel when you refer to people as coming from Niger State, because it means nothing. It means nigger. It has no meaning. But any day you say that Nupe people are suffering, if you say that Nupe people are suffering in Niger State, then you have given an ethnic coloration to the problems that those people are being forced to endure at the hands of the same people who are less than 10% of the population of the zoo. They are less than 10%. They are making our lives a misery. The life of everybody in the zoo is a misery. Why am I saying this? People must listen very carefully to me this evening, please. The Nupe people that some of you call Niger State, or who found themselves, unfortunately, in a place called Niger State, This may come to some of you as a shock, but to me it is not. I want the world to understand, because I know that the US ambassador is listening, the UK High Commissioner is listening, the EU ambassador is listening, all of the diplomatic corps in Abuja, they are listening, and some of them in Lagos, of course. They're all listening to us this evening. I want to bring to the attention of all of you and to the whole world the level of deceit and insincerity in the public utterances and pronouncements of this very caliphate regime in Asorok, run by Fulani people. They are deceitful, they are dishonest. I want to prove to the whole world tonight that Fulani is not fighting insecurity. Fulani is aiding and abating insecurity. I want to prove it to everybody tonight beyond every reasonable doubt. I want to let the world understand that those they are seeking to partner with, those asking them and pleading with them to send military aid to come and help them, I want the world to understand that this very regime, in the name of the late dead Buhari, they are the instigators and the perpetrators of insecurity in Nigeria and across the Sahel. I want to prove it tonight to the whole world with facts and evidence. So when Garuba Shehu and the rest of them come out to trot out the same rubbish they always do all the time, by telling you that we are fighting insecurity, we are going to overcome. Chief of Army Staff said this. I want to tell that this is a carefully choreographed performance for public consumption to lure you into a false sense of security that their main foot soldiers can now come in to take over your land. I want to prove it to you. Over the years, we have been theorizing and hypothesizing over the years. A lot of hypothesis, a lot of conjecture, a lot of analysis, and all the rest of it. I want to bring practical interpretation this evening. I want people to understand what is happening on the ground. It's not English, it's not grammar. I want to let the world understand what Nigeria is like this evening. It is not a story that I've made up, because if you know that in the zoo called Nigeria, the truth is even more stranger than fiction. They have an army and they have a police, they have a force, they have navy that only specialize in killing innocent civilians. That is why people wonder, why is it that when unknown gunmen attack these people, some people are jubilating? Because the army and the police only specialize in killing unarmed people. And I have written a letter to the United States President. I will publish that letter tomorrow. And in that letter, what I'm saying tonight is what I basically encapsulated in a few paragraphs. I want the world, I want people that call themselves Nigerians, because if you're so stupid as to call yourself a Nigerian, that is entirely your business. I want to prove it to you that Fulani people are going to take over your lives. They will kill you and they will take your land from you. They will dominate your lives. They will dominate it, they will stifle you, they will make your life a misery, they will kill you and they will take your land from you. I want to prove it to you now. Not from me, it's from a Vanguard publication. Why are you withdrawing security men from their posts? This is happening in Nupe land. Nupe, N-U-P-E. Forget the rubbish Niger State. Or rubbish, is it Kogi or whatever crap is called. Niger State is made up of Gwari people and Nupe people and a few other subgroups as well. People must learn in Nigeria to begin to address individuals or populations or citizens by their original ethnic identity, for you to understand what is going on. Some of you may have been reading about banditry, killings in the Middle Belt and the rest of it, especially in Niger State. 1 hour drive to Asorok, where ISIS in West Africa hosted their flag a few days ago, where people, citizens now gather to contribute ransom money to pay to Fulani jihadists that they may not be killed or their village sacked. In that same place, that hotbed of terrorism, Fulani Janjaweed, I want to let all of you understand tonight the reason why every major sensitive security post is manned by a Fulani. I want to let you on, because when we say people I don't think they even appreciate what we are saying sometimes. I want to bring to your knowledge this evening the evil that is Fulani Janjaweedism. People are asking them, ordinary citizens are asking them in Niger State, why are you withdrawing army and police from their posts? They were asking the military authorities. The same military are in Imo State doing show of force. I want American ambassador to understand what I'm saying. I want the EU to understand what I'm saying. I want the UK to understand. Do you know that where they are killing people, where people are paying ransom every blessed day, where lives are being wasted, there is no army. Nigerian army withdrew their personnel, their men from there deliberately. The same thing they did in Benue, that Fulani foot soldiers may overrun the place. I want all of you to understand the danger all of you are in. You are in one, or forget about all the rubbish you read from Daily Trust, from Premium Times or Fulani newspapers. Their mouthpiece, their job, they are like, okay, mouse, as is eating you away, is blowing you breeze. So I think that's the only way I can explain it for the white people who are listening to understand. No rat. It will be eating away at the sole of your feet. And sometimes it's blowing you breeze so that you will not feel it. It's blowing air so you don't feel it. That is what Nigerian newspapers, that is their job. Their job is to calm all of you down. No matter the outrage being visited upon you, the job of Nigerian newspapers is to dampen you, to make you understand that tomorrow may be better. When they fail, they bring out fake Pentecostal pastors. Why am I saying this? Banditry, why are you withdrawing security men from their posts? Displaced Gwari and Nupe residents ask military authorities, why have you neglected us? They are asking, the same army you see, Nigerian army, our boys, Nigerian army everywhere. They are asking the Nigerian army in Nupe and Gwari land that they call Niger State, why have you abandoned us to Fulani terrorists? Why? It isn't very simple. Because you're not Fulani. Isn't it not very clear? You're not Fulani, that's the reason why. And it is the Fulani in Asorok that calls the shot, decides where to post who, when, and where. Do you know what they said? They say it is better to die in our homes than in the hand of bandits. This is the fate of your average Nigerian today. That's how they reason. You know that, as I said to you before, the Zoo media, they are there to inoculate you. Once you're feeling the pain and you want to rise up, you see one idiot from somewhere will write a very flowery column for maybe one of these idiotic publishing houses. Tell you how we started this problem, we must end it, what is happening is not good, we must rise up, any revolution now is not good, let's get together. Rubbish, every blessed month they write the same crap. In the name of intellectualism. This UG black man doing intellectual. No running water, no good schools, no hospitals, no jobs, nothing, no roads, nothing. You are doing intellectual. In the forest, in the like a baboon in the bush. People that live the way we live in Africa, do they intellectualize? Okay. Have you seen a baboon before intellectualizing? A monkey in a tree swinging from one branch to the intellectualizing? They have no time for it. They want to just grab fruit. They procreate. They sleep with their wives and they give birth. Is that not what we do in Africa? In a place called Niger State, the Gwari people, oh God. The frequent invasion of some local government areas of Niger State by bandits has become so worrisome to the people of the state. Many lives and properties have been lost. Many lives and properties lost. And more pathetic is the fact that their houses as well as their foodstuffs and seedlings meant for planting this year have been completely burnt down by Fulani bandits, terrorists. Even if because they're saying even if they go back to their villages today, many of them have nowhere to lay their heads or starting. This is happening in your so-called Nigeria, where somebody will have the temerity to get up in the morning and tell you there's going to be election in 2023. Hey, timetable, I like this timetable. These people you are expecting to vote, they have nowhere to sleep at night. Most of them are farmers. These Fulani terrorists imported into Nigeria by El Rufai, Garba Shehu, the late dead Buhari when he was alive. They are in Nupe and Gwari land wreaking havoc. The worst part of it is that nobody is helping them. The army that America, EU is giving Fulani money to equip, they equip them, they send them to the east to be killing innocent people. Now, do you understand it? People in Niger State are begging and asking for help, saying, we have nowhere to sleep. Our crops, our seedlings have been destroyed. We can't even plant for next season. How are we going to eat? How are we going? In the midst of this, what concerns us a lot is what Mbaka said. The thief himself, Tinubu, Obasanjo, these evil men in the zoo called men, these evil, pathetic, satanic men, they have not said a word. It is only on Radio Biafra that we are tonight amplifying the plight of those in a place called Niger State. It's very close to home. They have come to Niger. Destruction upon destruction. Anybody would have thought that, given the state of hopelessness of these people and the lamentations, that the government would do something about it immediately. Instead, they are withdrawing their troops or their soldiers from their posts and send, as I told you before, there is a method to our madness. Our madness has swag, it has style. I'm telling you the truth. As I said to you before, we are going to draw this army away from the north. They will come to the east, where they're going to die anyway, and leave their towns and villages open to be ravaged by the monster that they themselves created. People in Niger State were against Biafra. They're against an Igbo man. People of Niger State, yes, of course. They fought in the war. Igbo man is a problem. They want to divide our country. Do you now see why supporting one Nigeria is a death sentence for you? And the funniest thing about the zoo is that when you start suffering, nobody will remember you anymore. You are gone. None of these people, including even Channels TV, nobody can send journalists into Niger State to go and interview them there. Find out what is going on the ground. Find out what is happening on the ground. They will not do it, will they? Is Nigeria for you? The hope of the people who are predominantly farmers have been shattered with their seedlings burnt down, as they do not have, seedling. I don't know how to say it. Mbroka, to start the planting of a new season. None. Do you know what is most surprising about Niger State and Benue and everywhere else, where the Fulanis are intent on taking people's land? The same way people are shouting about unknown government, shouting about insecurity in the east. Why can't you see insecurity in Niger State? where they are basically running from their homes. Why can't you see it? Why can you not see what is wrong with you people? Black people from Africa. What is wrong with you that you cannot reason? They are complaining about insecurity where there are no refugees. Whereas in Yoruba land, there are refugees in Benin Republic. Even today, they were being attacked. Some came in today to attack them in Ogun State. Today. In Niger State, they are basically in IDP camps. In Benue, people are not living in their homes. But in Biafra land in the east, where Eastern Security Network made sure that Fulani Janjaweed did not succeed. That is where they are interested. Insecurity. But in places where people are no longer sleeping in their homes, nobody is talking. I don't know if it is how God made a black person. I don't know if it is acquired stupidity. I don't know if it is all the centuries of slavery and even more centuries of colonialism and even more, or should I say, decades of neo-colonialism. I have no idea what is wrong with us. As they say where we come from, I don't know why you abandon the main issue, the crux of the matter. You abandon it and you're discussing things that are quite frankly irrelevant. People in Niger State, let me shock you. On several occasions, the Joint Task Force had the upper hand against these bandits until a few weeks ago, when 5 soldiers and the mobile policeman was killed by the bandits, the same Fulani bandits, in an early raid on their camp in Alawa area. The security personnel were then withdrawn from their duty post in Zagzaga community in Munya local government area. That very security post in Zagzaga community has been there since 2012. But now they have taken it away, paving the way for the main onslaught to begin. The main destruction of lives and properties to begin. Army is not there. Don't get me. There is no army to save the people of Niger State. The Wari and Nupe people of Niger State. No army to save people from Benue. Hey, no, there is no Nigerian army. No Nigerian army to save the refugees that fled from Ogun State into Benin Republic. No, there's no Nigerian army. Now you ask me, but where are they? All that money that US have been giving to them, EU, UK, everybody, what have they been doing with it? Admittedly, yeah, they are buying a few weapons for them, but the bulk of the army are in Iguacha, protecting Wike, looking for who to arrest in the middle of the night. DSS is busy abducting people. Whereas the DSS has never been to Niger State to abduct any bandit before. They are doing show of force in the east. And you know, our God is a miraculous God. The God of we Biafrans, miraculous, marvelous. And God said to them, okay, since you have chosen to be disturbing the peace of my children, you will have no peace where you come from. Because there are soldiers in the Nigerian army from Niger State. There are people in the police and the army from Benue. I want to ask them how they're actually feeling tonight. Maybe they posted you to Babalada, or maybe they posted you to somewhere in Yola. But your village is under siege. You are in the army, you are in the police, you are from Niger State. You have no village to go back to anymore because it's been taken over by the Fulani Janjaweed. And you're busy serving the zoo called Nigeria. That was what we told you from the beginning. If you believe in one Nigeria, you have signed your own death warrant. It is only a matter of time. Only a matter. And what is paining me is that when the future generations will suffer the stupidity and, should I call it, arrogance of the likes of Obasanjo and Tinubu, they will long be dead before then. They will be dead. The mess they will leave behind for their children. Oh my God in heaven. Unbelievable. In fact, let me say unfathomable. This is happening in the 21st century before our eyes. No major news network will carry it. Can you imagine a country where a sizable chunk of the population, even the landmass, is under siege by one particular group of people? Only one group of people making our lives a misery. And instead of us to rise up and say, enough of this rubbish. Let's, oh, can you calm down? Let's save our country. The more you say you want to save Nigeria, the more you are putting your own life in danger. Because they are coming. They have 2 years to complete this very job. We have been stopping them, holding the line. I don't know for how long you expect us to do this. I have no idea for how long you expect us to keep holding the line. For how long, I ask you. Now, this is the Niger State. There is no army. There is no army anymore. The communities are now asking them, what offense? They are asking the Nigerian army, what offense did we commit? That the federal government of Nigeria neglected us and left us in the hands of bandits. Because they left you in the hands of their fellow bandits. Because there are bandits inside Asorok. Banditry is not just if you're on the roadside, no, with AK-47, no. And I've asked Nigerians this time and time again. Nobody has been able to answer my question. 2 things. Does Nigeria have immigration officers that carry guns? I think the answer is yes. Nigeria has also customs. Is that correct? Yes. There is one pertinent question I want Nigerians to ponder over and over and over again. All these so-called Fulani bandits from the Sahel, so we are told, wielding AK-47 assault rifles. Who gave it to them? It's a very simple question. If you are saying that these are foreign bandits, that means they must have crossed the border with their AK-47 assault rifles. Is that correct? Which means there is no border control or check in the north. Which on its own is an impeachable offense. That's number one. Let us assume that they did not come in with any weapons. They didn't cross the border with any weapons. Who gave it to them when they arrived in Nigeria? Any day, these intellectuals, any day, these sophisticated morons from the West, intellectuals from the East, any day, these 2 groups of idiots can answer that question. If at all, they can address it. Believe you me, their eyes will open. I don't want you to suffer yourself. I don't want you to strain yourself. I don't want you to overlabor your brain. Ask yourself this question. How did they get the weapons with which they have been sacking the villages in the north? Who gave it to them? Any day you answer that question, you will understand what the Fulani Janjaweed has in store for you. But I'm not expecting some of you to understand or even attempt to answer these questions because I feel sorry for you. Your brain cells are not developed well enough to appreciate the depth of the mess you're in. That was the reason why we embraced slavery. That was the reason why some of us ran to the white man when the white man came. That was the reason why we sustained colonialism. That was the reason why now fellow black people like Obasanjo and Tinubu, they are the ones sustaining neo-colonialism. There is nothing original about the way we reason and the way we think. And that is very, very troubling. Ask yourself this question. Every time bandits are in Benue, they are in Zamfara, they are in Taraba, they are in Yobe, they are in Burning Kebbi, everywhere. Ask yourself this question. Did the weapons did it fall from heaven? Somebody gave it to them. Who is that person? Any day you ask yourself this question, you will come up with one inescapable conclusion. That conclusion is that those who are in power today in Nigeria are the ones that gave the weapons to their fellow Fulani murderers from the Sahel. They have come in. the controller of immigration did not resign. Because in any country that has conscience, the first question the House of Assembly, should I say the National Assembly should ask is this: how did they come in with weapons? If they brought the weapons in, that means that the Comptroller General of Immigration must resign. Whoever is in charge of customs must resign for the dereliction of duty. Because if they were actually policing the borders of the north very well, there is no way that these people could have smuggled in or come in with their AK-47 and all other forms of assault weapons with which they have made the lives of ordinary indigenous people a misery. Now, let us assume that they came into the country without these arms. Somebody gave it to them. And if you look at it, it's all military grade, or should I say military issue rifles that they're using. All of you were there when El Rufai was organizing the Buratai to drop weapons for Fulani bandits, or should I say Fulani terrorists in the forest. That means that the entire chain of Army High Command in Nigeria should resign. But of course, they are Fulani. Nobody is resigning. But they want me to castigate Reverend Father Mbaka for calling for the removal of a dead man. Of course, is dead. The mask-wearing Buhari who's in Asrock. You want me to condemn Mbaka? Yes. But no immigration top official has ever resigned for allowing Fulanis to bring in weapons into the country through the northern borders. Their customs chief, they haven't resigned. Their army chiefs, they have not resigned. Nobody can tell us till today, how did the Fulani terrorists lay their hands on weapons from where? At least we make our own. And we know they cannot make their own. They emasculated the Hausa people who can produce guns. We know they got it from somewhere. Any day you answer that very question, the next morning you'll be calling for the dissolution of Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth, if you understand what I have in store for you. In Niger State, they are suffering. In Niger State, they are in a mess. They have neglected them. Now they are crying to the government of the zoo. They are now appealing to the federal government. Please come to our aid, oh. Bring back the security personnel you took away to avoid further bloodshed of the innocent. No, they are no more doing operation show of force. They are nowhere protecting the Sarakin Fulani, hopes of them, and people are dying. Have you ever asked yourself, what are the priorities of this very government of the zoo? What are their priorities? Only then will you know that all of you are in one almighty mess. That is number one. People don't know what they're in for. There was a tweet by a Janjaweed, a Fulani man, because they're all Janjaweed. If you're from there, you're Janjaweed to me. This man tweeted about what the mask wearing, or should I say, Garabashir is now the new president. But some of you are very daft. In a country where there is a raging crisis, your president cannot address you live. You come, you lament, you complain. You come, you lament, you complain every blessed day. You claim you have a president who cannot address you on any topic, any issue live anymore. Never. And you all of you accepted it. And you want me to regard you as a human being, living in a Republican democratic setting. You claim you have the republic. You claim you practice democracy. The person you claim you voted for is there, cannot address you in a time of crisis. Then when is he going to address you? To tell you that the Fulanis are playing with all of you. They are playing with you. And I should say that the reason why they have succeeded so far is because of the deference we have for authority and for elders. But all that nonsense has to come to an end anyway. It must and should come to an end. It must and should come to an end. Do you know what the Fulani told Autumn, a TV man from Benue? if you want us to stop killing your people, you must give us Ruga. And some of you don't know what Ruga means. Ruga means exactly the same thing that the Fulanis did to Hausa people when they came into Gobert, the present day Sokoto state. Sokoto, the name is Gobert, G-O-B-I-R. They came to Gobert. They said, oh, we want our own Fulani settlement, our own Ruga. That was how they started. Fulani quarters. From there, as they said, till today, the rest is now history. They swallowed the Hausa race and rendered Hausa useless. The only thing the Hausa people have is just their language. Everything else is gone. Their ingenuity, their industry, their creativity, everything, even their humanity. Fulani even took away Hausa humanity. Because a Hausa person is a nice person. I believe the nicest group of people in the zoo called Nigeria. Very nice, decent, humble and truthful. A typical Hausa man is decent, humble and truthful. Even Fulani took that away from them. Do you know they're saying to Governor Autumn of Benue State, give us land or we continue to kill you? Don't take my word for it. I'll read it out for you. This is the statement from the president to the victims of a genocide. Adopt Ruga if you want peace in Benue, Buhari tells Autumn. And you wake up in the morning and you say you're a Nigerian. This is our country. Let's salvage our country. Where people you claim you voted for are telling you, give us your land or we kill you. No, not we kill you. We will continue to kill you. And we do, we write, we rant, we talk, we go to sleep. We eat pomo the next day. What's that one that is red? They say it gives blood, it gives oxygen to blood. I don't know what they make it. Or you drink brukutu or furadu, you go to sleep. The next day, some rubbish. They are killing us. President did something. He's a in the evening, you go to sleep. I mean, you impregnate your wife or your girlfriend. The next day, you same rubbish. Every year, the same nonsense. Now don't worry. 2023 is coming, and you can vote in whoever you like. With INEC in charge in Abuja, declaring results for you. Or all those criminal vice chancellors you have, dressed like the mayor of London, reading rubbish in the middle of the night with candle. You people have no shame. You have no shame. You people, there is not one iota of shame. And you wonder why white people are racist towards black people because of the way we behave and how we reason. Despicable. Every day you lament, you complain, you lament, you complain. Some problem is there. And you have a solution. Impeachment is there for a purpose. When the head of state is not performing, you kick the idiot out of office. He must complete his 8 years. And these are people that went to school, you know. They went to school. Chai. Zoo. A very useless place. I am giving you facts and figures. So tomorrow morning, when you're debating with a zoo animal, you can destroy them with facts and figures. You're in a country where you claim you have a president, yes? And things are happening. All we are now hearing is Garba Shehu. And I'm going to place a curse on him. Because it seems to me now that he is now the new head of the cabal. And I will place a curse on him. On Garba Shehu. And the same curse I placed on Buhari, the same curse I placed on all of them that claim they are the ones wielding power in the zoo. It seems to me now that your new president is Garba Shehu. All over the world, as old as Joe Biden is, he still comes out to speak and address the people. Angela Merkel is addressing the people every blessed day on a national crisis. Ordinary COVID. All of you have forgotten about COVID now, COVID-19, coronavirus. Every government of the world they address their people almost every 4 days, live or live update from the president or head of state himself or prime minister. But in the zoo, nobody's even talking about coronavirus anymore. There is a raging insecurity. Yet the person you call your president cannot address you, and you want me to see you as a human being. You want me to have regard for you as a human being? You are an idiot, you are a fool. I can't talk to you. Because you have no brain. Give us your land or you die. Some of you have forgotten what Fulani nationality movement said. Do you know the funniest thing? Their DSS, no one has invited them for questioning. No, you don't invite Fulani now. It's their point. In fact, even when they go there, they will start reciting the Quran together. All over the world, Nigeria is the only country given to Fulani people by God, according to Fulani nationality movement. And all of you are clapping, waiting for 2023. All of you are clapping, waiting for 2023. Shame on all of you. The Fulani nationality movement. They said this thing as far back as January 13th, 2018, that Nigeria is theirs. El Rufai was, they deceived Chibikamichi. They deceived Tinubu. They thought they were all doing one Nigeria. Nobody knew that. I knew. These fools never knew that these people, Fulani, they have another agenda. And as I keep saying, Tinubu is the modern day Afonja in Yoruba land. And he will destroy, because for his sake, the Yoruba race will be in a very serious mess unless they abandon that idiot now. I call him an idiot with every reason in the world. A fool. A certificate forging criminal. Claim he went to Toronto University. A drug pusher in Chicago. Go and do your research on Tinubu. A drug pusher. A kleptomaniac extraordinaire. A thief of unimaginable, a living rogue, a stealing machine. All of you were there during election. Bank bullion van that used to carry money went to his house. All of us said, Jagaban must go. A thief. Onoshi. It doesn't even end there. He's also a murderer. He was instrumental in the slaughter of young Nigerian youths at your so-called Lekki toll gate. Have you all forgotten? Black people, have you all forgotten? The same Tinubu. And to make matters worse, I am 53 years of age. I don't hide my age. What for? God created me when he did. This man, before your eyes, all of you so-called Nigerians, lied about his age. He lied about his age. He took 10 years off his age. He is now older than his first daughter by 9 years. And some of you still have the presence of mind to have regard for such a person. And you wonder why you are poor as a black person. You wonder why God has virtually abandoned black Africa. You people, you love and you support evil. You love evil so much. That is why God abandoned you people. Because this same type of nonsense, there is no white country that will tolerate it. Never, ever, it's not done. You have your birth certificate. It's a very simple question. They will say to you, if you can lie about your age, that means you can lie about anything else in life. Do you know that white people started calling black people liars when they discovered that your footballers always lie about their age? From that day, if you're saying anything, they say, no, you people are liars. And hey, you're racist. No, I don't believe that they are. They're telling you the fact. Before your eyes, Tinubu cut his age to 69. You accepted it. Yoruba people have no reason not to condemn him. Pantami, the terrorist. is still a minister. El Rufai, that you said I went outside to pay Fulani killers to come to Nigeria to kill, he's still a governor. Some are even praying, some pastors are even praying for him. The same man that supplied guns to Fulani murderers in southern Kaduna to slaughter people. Some of you have been talking about him as a future president of Nigeria. Nobody has condemned all these people. And you want me to condemn Father Mbaka? Why? Let me tell our people something they don't understand. In a normal country, so to speak, the condemnation of Father Mbaka, you can welcome it somehow. I know that sometimes, regardless of our shortcomings, we are puritanical in how we think. Biafrans are very puritanical, very, very pure. They see what is bad and they say it's bad. It doesn't matter who is doing it. That is the reason why a lot of people came down heavily on Mbaka. But I'm telling them, yes, in Biafra we can do anything we like to him. But in Nigeria, insofar as Nigeria is concerned, never ever condemn your own. Only those that use their mouth to condemn themselves. Like that minister for gutter and drainage in Lagos. Those ones, there's no forgiveness. Even in hell, they can be forgiven. Mbaka said, impeach this incompetent idiot. Instead of people to focus on what Mbaka said, to see if there is merit in it or not, you abandoned what he said and you started to attack his character. Typical black people. Is there any merit in what he's saying? Exactly what they did to Ipob. What they did to me. They will always abandon the message and begin to attack the messenger. Take the man's message. This idiot there should be impeached. And some of our people foolishly jumped on the bandwagon. I don't know why they're doing it. Nigeria is not normal. When we get to our Biafra, we can be as normal as we like. But the zoo is not normal. Why do you think I campaigned for Nefulef like Audio Zokal? As idiotic as he is. I campaigned for him to be released. I campaigned for Lisametu to be released. Where do you think we did it? You think we did it because of what? Nothing. Because they are your own. They are your own. Defend your own. You know, some of you did not grow up in the village. Some of you attacking Mbaka did not grow up in the village. Because there's a saying where we come from. When the kite comes to pick up the chick belonging to a wayward hen, a stupid mother chicken that took the babies to venture where she shouldn't go to, occasioning the loss of a baby chick to a kite. I'm trying to explain this in a manner that mothers who are listening back, grandmothers are listening to us. That is why I speak the type of English that will make it possible for them to understand exactly what I'm saying. You know Kaitebe? You call it Tebe where we come from. When the kite is coming to pick up the little chick, despite the fact that you know that the hen should not have taken her chicks to where the kite, to make it easier for the kite to attack, you first of all start screaming to drive the kite away, and then in the evening when the hen comes back with the chick, you now blame that hen. But as soon as that hen is under attack, you must avert danger by driving away the kite. Fulani people are blood-sucking demons. When they come after your people, believe you me, you must rise up to defend that very person, regardless of their sins in the past. Because if they take one person, they'll come for the next one, they'll come for the next one. That's how they behave. That is why everybody must. We must defend Mbaka. He may have done some things wrong in the past. It's between him and his God. He says he's the preacher of the word of God. It's between him and his God. You leave him. Again, where we come from, Onyenachia, you and your God. It's between you and your conscience. But right now that he's under attack from the Janjaweed, we must defend him. Because I want to Garba Shehu to address the main point that Mbaka was raising. Address the issue. You are telling us he came for contract. Now, publish the names of all those who have been to Aswak before for contracts. Publish all of them. Let us see. Publish all the imams, publish all the sheikhs, publish all the Pentecostal pastors that have been going to Aswak to ask for money. Publish their names and the amount you get to them. Publish it, I'm asking you. So if you tell us Mbaka came for contract, we'll say, hey, Mbaka Tefiaka, you went for contract. You think we are foolish? The contract he's asking for, is it not from the same oil wells that come from his land? You that is telling us he came for a contract, what do you contribute to the economy? Fulani, what do you contribute? Zero, nothing. You think we are foolish? Our people must reason. Let me give you one simple secret in life. In the zoo, life in the zoo. Anytime Fulani comes after anybody, you know that that person is saying the right thing. And that's how they operate. Can you imagine the left people who are dying in Niger State? They brought a squadron, Mopol 1, Mopol 8, Mopol 14, MGX, SS. They are trying to do, like Morse code. You think that they are smart. After typing that rubbish, within 5 minutes we have it on our hands. Mopol 8 moved to Oka, Mopol 9 from Mina. The same Mina that is suffering moved to Eket. They think you are stupid. You don't know Fulani. I know them very well. Somehow you don't know. You don't know those the demons. You don't know them. You must defend them back. Nobody should write any nonsense. When we get Biafra, we can bring him back and blame him for what he said. Did you say? Did you say? But right now in the zoo, that they're attacking him, you must defend him. That's how it's done in our land from time immemorial. Don't allow yourself to fall foul of these people. They mess up your own people, but when you want to mess up their own, they will tell you no. Pantami is not going anywhere. Nigeria will burn if you remove him. Then you want me to condemn him back. God punish you, you idiot. We must proceed. Allah gave the zoo to them, and they are doing all they can to make sure that your lives is a misery. Oduduwa Republic, they held a rally today in Abeokuta despite police ban. My love for them is increasing every day. As I told you a short while ago, I have no regard for the elders, so I'm being honest with you. I'm not going to waste you. I'm just telling the simple truth. All those I have Yoruba elders, apart from Paya Debanjo and Pafashoranti, all those other idiots. And my dear good friend, may you so rest in peace. Yinko Dumaki. Talking rubbish. All this elder, this rubber crap. Yoruba youths came out today to rally in Abeokuta, and I support them. I tweeted actually on this very issue today. And as I keep telling you all the time, you must be on Twitter. You must be on Twitter. All of you must be on Twitter. All of you must go and open Twitter accounts. Please. Open it. Twitter makes you to think. Facebook makes you to gossip. That's what Facebook is, a gossipy platform. Twitter is where you reason. You think. And things will happen. Because imagine when you tweet 4,000 retweets, 5,000 retweets, 8,000. If you tweet and you tag somebody to your tweet, each time you retweet, that person gets it. That is why Twitter messages, they travel far and wide more than Facebook. Facebook is just for gossiping, to show off. Twitter is where you have to task your brain to produce something in a very short paragraph, a short sentence, to encapsulate all that you're thinking. All of you must be on Twitter. And as you join Twitter, you follow one another. Oh, Zobo. That's the name, Zobo. And local yogurt. I got to throw bottle. They go by the roadside and pick up all those bottles, all those plastic bottles. Table water. You know the plastic bottle. They put Zobo in it. After drinking it, you start suffering from typhoid. Because once you go to, they say it's typhoid. These people. It's Zobo. It's called Zobo. Mad people everywhere. And there are mad people to the right, to the left, front and back. And there are mad people everywhere. Lunatics. You think they have brain? They have absolutely nothing. Nothing in their skull. They go outside, they go and they pick up, they don't know who drank from that bottle. They pick it up, they claim they wash it, and they put Zobo in it. My brother, what is wrong with you? It's typhoid and malaria. Everybody typhoid and malaria. So you're drinking Zobo. Zoological Republic. The greatest fraud in the history of humanity is Nigeria. The greatest. That's why everything they call somebody a foster. Oh God. Nigeria are Asorok rulers. Nigeria army, Nigeria police, all they do is propaganda and gossip. Ipob is bringing bombs from Lagos. Can you imagine such nonsense? How can somebody bring bombs from Lagos? So are you saying that Oduduwa agitators are manufacturing bombs for us? Or we imported the bombs? So if Zoological Republic, let me ask DSS something. If you got an intel that they're moving bombs down, did you ask yourself where did they get the bomb from? Is it Yoruba people that gave us bombs? Or did the children that gave us the bomb? Or we manufactured it in Lagos? Or we imported bomb from abroad? This is how foolish they are. And some idiots will believe them. I want indigenous people to Nigeria, people who are ancient on their land, not Fran that came 2 weeks ago. Anytime Nigeria is attacking IPOB, attacking Eastern Security Network, attacking Nnamdi Kanu, believe you me, what we are saying is the truth, which they do not want you to hear. Imagine such idiotic propaganda. They are importing bombs, they are bringing bombs from Lagos. We sustained and fought Britain for 3 years. We did not fight Nigeria. If we fight Nigeria, we defeat Nigeria anytime, any day. We fought Britain for 3 years. We manufactured our own bombs, our own aircraft, everything, artillery, everything we manufactured. And in this internet age, this new age, we now go to Lagos to go and bring bomb. When what we are using to defend our land, we are the ones making it ourselves. People are crazy. And some of you will listen to them. Some of you will listen to them. Only for calling for the resignation of a Fulani presidency, because there is no Fulani president. What have his presidency? There is no Buhari at all. All hell broke loose. Everywhere, madness everywhere. Mbaka did this, he came for, and so what? If he came for contract. Yes, and then so what? So, okay, but Shell can come from Netherlands to take contract, yes, and drill our oil, yeah? And Halliburton can come from Texas, yes? And Texaco from Texas, yes? And Elf can come from France, yeah? Egypt can come from Italy to drill oil and make money. But the Mbaka cannot ask for contract. Who told you that? Come Jordan himself. Who told you that? Who said he cannot ask for contract? Why not? I'm asking you. He's a Nigerian. If any freedom fighter goes asking for contract, of course some of them do these days, then you can blame that person. Mbaka never said he is not a Nigerian. So if white people can come to the zoo called Nigeria to look for contract and they are worried, why can't Mbaka ask for one? Let us even strip down all this hoo-ha to the barest minimum. Who said that Mbaka cannot ask for contract, given the fact that the oil and gas comes from his land that is sustaining the whole of Nigeria? Okay, a white man can come and look for contract and get it here to drill oil and gas, yes? The same Fulani Janjaweed can own oil well. Even in Mbidi, they own oil well in Mbidi. The person that owns the oil cannot ask for contract. Are you people well at all? I think it's called bandwagon. Everybody would just want to jump on the bandwagon to just to be noticed. I don't know. You people, I don't know what's wrong with you, to be honest. I don't know what is wrong with you. Mbaka did nothing wrong asking for contract. Why not? Why not? Don't other people go to ask for contract? I'm asking you, all of you, don't other people go and ask for contract. You ask for contract. When the person that owns the oil asks for contract, you start talking rubbish. Unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. Ndara. So Ajib can come from Italy. What's that? Total can come from France. Total. Oh, my uncle is working in an oil company, in Total Oil Company. Yes. So you don't want Mbaka to have his own. Oh dear. This your GF do not attack your own. Never again. Anybody who attacks his own is a fool. Only when that person have used his or her mouth to condemn himself. You must understand this very clearly. Please. And not when that person is making a very valid point against Fulani Janjaweed. The time now is 12 minutes past 8 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And even heaven itself is bearing us witness. The Zoological Republic. Shoot at sight, yet Fulani cannot be shot at sight. I want to bring another information, please, this evening. I'm basically trying to lecture. We are under siege. Thief leader cries out in Nasarawa. These were the same people that the Fulani people convinced during the war that Igbo man is their problem, Biafra is your problem. Kill them, and they came down and joined in the slaughter. They are now begging Governor Sule for protection in Nasarawa State. These thief people in Nasarawa, TV nation is also in Nasarawa. I don't know why all of TV people cannot come together and form a nation. What is wrong with you people? Do you know a place called Liechtenstein? Liechtenstein, I think they have only about 150,000 people, but it is a nation. How many people are in Andorra? How many people are in Malta? How many people are even in Iceland? Our problem, our population is positive. It's a good thing for us. You know, rubbish. I went back to the scriptures and I told you something. Abraham and Lot are related by blood. Abraham said to Lot, your cattle is growing, my own cattle is growing, my sheep is growing, your sheep is growing, my goat is growing, yours is growing. I don't want one day for your sheep to bite my sheep or my goat to bite your own goat. Because of that, please, look at all this huge expanse of land. I've cut it into two. Take one and I'll take one. You know what Abraham said? So that there may be peace between us. This same story I've just told you is in the Quran. This story I've just told you is in the Bible. Every intellectual has access to Bible. Every sophisticated moron has access to Quran or Bible in the West. They cannot see it. They cannot even see the meaning being conveyed. Hey, this UG, black people, black. Hey, I'm going to church. I'm doing vigil. Read the Bible very well. Instead of us to fight and be quarreling every day, be on your own and I'll be on my own. Is that not what the Bible said? It's even in the Quran. Now, why are you forcing us to be together in one damnable zoological republic? Why, I ask you. Let us ask people from TV. In your own country, you claim the president of TV Youth Organization in Nasarawa State, Pastor Barnabas Zayol, has cried out over the incessant attacks on deaf communities in Nasarawa State that has claimed the lives of people and injured many more, with over 50,000 displaced. Yet the army and police that should be protecting them in Nasarawa, they're in Izombe. Zoo. And you're telling me there is no conspiracy here between the Fulani Janjaweed cabal ruling all of you and their bandit friends. And their bandit friends, yes. It's a plan, a very big plan. TV people are crying out in Nasarawa. TV communities in Nasarawa. Why can't you bring all the TV people and give them one state? Because for them to destroy you, they need to take away your identity. The white man taught them that. That's what the white man did. When the white man came, they named you Nigeria. That has no meaning. So as you're struggling and grappling with the meaning of your identity, it will take you about 60, 70 years. By the time you realize the mess you're in, you're already dead. And your children will quite simply inherit your stupidity and continue from where you left off. That's what's happening to us. Ask them this question. Instead of having TV people in Benue, TV in Plateau, TV in Nasarawa, why don't you create a stake and say, this is TV nation? What is wrong with that? They are black people. Black people, black people, black people. Anybody who believes in Nigeria is demented, mad beyond madness. And they all believed in one Nigeria. I'm sure this barrister, when he was wearing his horse wig cap, hey, they could let me. You know, look at a lawyer in Nigeria, you want to vomit. Let me tell you where the Fulanis are wreaking havoc. Doshima, Ansa, Doka, Angwanyara, Ikiayo, Tagema, Setor, Chia, Umurai, Duga, Gindanrai, Ajikamaka, Ankoma, Gidanrai, Zayol, Doka Atiko, amongst others in the state. These are TV homes. Fulani are just simply slaughtering them. And you are busy discussing Mbaka went to Asarok for contract. And at this point, I will ask you very simply, who did this to you? This UG. Black people, who did this to you people? You abandoned what you should be discussing and talking about trivia, more or less. The cry is even coming as community leaders have also appealed for the deployment of security operatives to the troubled areas of Kiana and Doma LGAs, where over 50,000 farmers have been displaced by Fulani terrorists. They are begging for police to come. In Imo State, we did not beg them for police, but they came. They even added the army and the navy as well. But the communities that need it in the north, nobody is asking after them. And you're telling me that your average Nigerian is normal in the brain. Of course they're not. Of course they are not. Is it? There is many. There is many. Let me also give you news that is coming. I just want to dwell this evening on Fulani Janjaweedism and what they're doing to all of you. This news broke, I think it was 2 days ago. Ogoni women allege headsmen invasion and destruction of farmlands. Ogoni. If I send ESN now to Ogoni to go and start fighting to remove the Fulani terrorists, what I will hear from Daily Trust the next day is that NNAMDI Kanu wants to take over Ogoni land and their oil. But in that caption, they will not tell you that all the oil wells in Ogoni land is owned by the Sultan of Sokoto. It's owned by the Emir of Gwandu. They won't tell you that. See how clever they are, Fulani Janjaweed. They are very good at diverting attention. They are masters at it. They first of all use their daily thrusts to divert your attention, to lie, and all of you will follow it. They will now come and destroy you from the behind. That's what they do. Now, you know, oh, goodness me. Ogoni is in River State. Part and parcel of Iguacha. Let me read it for you so you understand. That the world may know what is happening in the damnable zoological republic. The same Ogoni people that said, "Oh, we are not Biafra. We don't want to part of Biafra. We are fighting our own struggle." So fighting your own struggle. You think you can do it alone? How far? Look back. Mossop. Not Masop, not the hotel building criminal. Mossop. Formed before Massop. Have been in existence for years. Common to clean Ogoni land they have not achieved. All they managed to achieve is to line the pockets of those that claim they are representing them. That's what they have done. Ogoni land is under siege. Ogoni land is being controlled by the little demonic Hitler. These farmers are all women. This is according to Punch newspaper, which in fact is zoo paper, because Punch wants Nigeria to continue so that a Yoruba man can go in, a follow Omo, so they can be enjoying. People have their sense. These farmers are all women. They said they have suffered huge losses due to the destruction of their farmlands, pointing out that they were unable to access their farms for fear of being attacked. In River State, but Wike have never sent the army to Ogoni to safeguard those women. But Wike sent army into Obibo to go and kill people. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Do you now understand what I'm saying? Wike cannot send the army to go into Ogoni to safeguard the farmlands for the women to farm. But Wike sent the army to Obibo to go and kill people. Is that normal? Do you see why I hate him and I despise him? Do you see why I wish I can get up tomorrow morning and hear that Wike is no more? Because the man is evil. The people you claim, I want to protect River State, I want to make sure that all that rubbish. Now the women are being attacked. They are being attacked right now in Ogoni land. What are you doing about it? Absolutely nothing. But if it's IPOB now, you send army, you send helicopter, you send air force, they'll go to people to kill people. Tell me why such a person should be allowed to exist. Such blatant evil. Wike is behaving like a typical Fulani man. The only thing that he plays channels and he comes and he talks rubbish once in a while, that's all. Ogoni land, the women cannot farm. Wike, I have not heard that idiot say to the army, go to Ogoni land and drive away all those terrorists from there. Never. But you're going to synagogue in a house of prayer, which is against international law, to go and arrest people who are praying. Because you hate Judaism. Wike, with your little Hitler mustache, you go into a temple, into a synagogue of God, a house of God, to arrest people. For those of you who are historically blind, should I say, really, I wouldn't know, how can I put it? For those of you who are not gifted with intelligence, and for some people in DSS that were writing that I introduced an alien version of Judaism into Biafra or into Nigeria as a whole. I have news for you. The same place that Wike went to and arrested people who are praying is the same building that Jesus Christ prayed in when he was alive. Jesus never went to any church. Jesus went to a synagogue and a temple. For your information, the church came about only when Jesus Christ died. I hope you're following me. Wike, you went to a synagogue, a temple of God, to go and arrest people who are praying. But Fulani that are terrorizing and killing people in Ogoni land, you cannot send army and police to go and rescue our mothers in Ogoni land. That tells you all you need to know about the Zoological Republic. Now listen very carefully to this, please. Some of the women, they have their names here. Mary Amanipo, a native of Luweku community in Yokana. Mercy Glory of Sogo community in Kana. And Yeye Nkani, a native of Eleme, all in Ogoni land. And for your information, my aunt was married in Eleme. I have my cousins in Eleme. I used to go there on holidays. My people are there till tomorrow morning. My relatives are in Elem, in Ogoni land, by blood. My aunt, Dapatua, for your information. They say, we want our Ogoni nation. Go now and try and see if you succeed. We need to rise up together to confront a common enemy. After that, we all go back to our respective nations to control our lives and our resources. That is the very simple template for Biafra. Biafra is not going to be a monolithic nation. One nation standing, one idiot somewhere saying he's prime minister or president talking rubbish every day. No. We are going to be free. Once we capture Biafra and we are free, in that Biafra, every component ethnic nationality will be on their own. If they want to merge with other people, then there will be a place beside. There will be a referendum. Let's say in the new Biafra that Ibibio recognizes that they are more Igbo than anybody else and want to be part of an Igbo nation, they vote to be part of it. If Efik wants to join Ibibio to form a nation, they vote and they join. Biafra, our political blueprint, believe you me, the whole world will marvel. Mankind will marvel. They will say, we never thought that black people are capable of reasoning this way. I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth. We are live and direct, and the whole world is listening to us, of course. We can go to Ogoniland and do that thing that you wanted to do. You cannot do it. Hard man. When it comes to Fulani, you're running away because the man wrestling you, the Sokoto state governor, you want to be vice president. A wretched slave like you. Wike is a slave. Forget about rubbish ranting he makes. He's a slave, complete slave to the Janjaweed. A slave he is. And he must be exposed. Women are dying and being raped in Ogoniland. Any day I send ESN there now, believe you me, in 48 hours, you will not hear about our mothers in Ogoni lamenting anymore. We will drive them away. But you will send army and police to go to people to go and kill, to go to synagogue to go and abduct people. Because you are doing the work of Hitler. That is what is happening in Ogoni land. They said they are Nigerians. And they brought Fulani Janjaweed to them. That's what is happening. Where is that cocaine snorting madman that thinks that of Hitler weekend? Where are you? What are you doing about it? Nothing. As with every other every other idiot, you people only derive strength when it comes to attacking your own people. To go and attack your enemies, you cannot do it. Fulani is in Ogoni land, stopping our mothers from farming, raping them, abducting them. You cannot do nothing. Any day Ogoni elders ask me to move in, 48 hours there will be no Fulani Janjaweed in Ogoni land. 48 hours, ESN will be 48 hours only. They'll be gone. They'll be gone. That's what I'm waiting for. We cannot go to Ogoni land until they invite us to come. I'm being honest with you. ESN is for the whole of Biafra land, yes, but there are some sensitive areas. You gotta, they want to take us over. The same thing they did during the war. Fulani will go and arrange with Britain. They use Biafran flag. That's why I don't want anybody carrying Biafran flag in the open anymore. They will use Biafran flag. They will go and kill people. They say they're Biafran soldiers. They attack people in Calabar. They go to Oron. They attack people. They go to Ogoni. They kill people. They say it's Biafran soldiers that did it. Subterfuge. That was what they did during the war. So I don't want to go to Ogoni land. And tomorrow they say, Igbos have come again. They want to take over our land or other rubbish. No. You have to invite us to come. You know who to meet. We have Biafrans from Ogoni land. We have Biafrans who that profess and proclaim IPOB with their mouth. Go and meet them. Ask them to pass the information to the leadership that we should come to Ogoni land. 48 hours. Janjaweed will be gone from there. And then they know what? We've met them before. We've met them before. Do you see how cowardly these governors are? Even those that I felt had a bit of common sense, now they're denying. There was something that was making the, which of course is true, Ugwuanyi, when he implicated Buhari as part of the conspiracy. That's the mistake the governor made. The governor put a call across to Buhari when Nimbo was under attack. Go and Google it, please. Go to Google and type in Nimbo massacre. It was a massacre by the Fulani. Google it. When that attack was going on, you know that journalists don't know how to ask questions. When the attack was going on, they told Ugwuanyi, and he started crying. He called Buhari, his mentor, to help him. Buhari didn't pick the call. He called 82 Division, nothing happened. So if Ugwuanyi is saying he did not place any call to Asarok, what did you do? It's a very simple question. What did you do when Nimbo was under attack? Tell us what you did. Give us your phone log for that very day. Do we have access to your phone log? Because if we go through your phone log, we will see that you placed a call to Asarok and nobody answered your call. True or false? They've called him from Asarok. What are you doing? Do you want to expose Mr. President or Mr. Impostor? He withdrew his comments. I don't know what is wrong with our people. I don't know what's wrong with them. Also, one was under attack. Nimbo, under attack. He placed a call. Nobody came. The high and mighty of Enugu State, all they did was to weep, get together, including Wodo. They weep. It will happen again. It will happen again. After 2 weeks, another one happened. Since we came into the fore, and doing this very job, with the exception of those that this idiot invited to come and kill our people, Umahi. You know, it was Umahi that arranged the few massacres to try to discredit what ESN is doing. That's what he did. Let me ask all of you a very simple question. Since we started this very defense of our land with ESN, do you hear about all these frequent Fulani attacks anymore? The answer is no. Absolutely no. Because they understand the consequences. That every force has an equal and opposite reaction. They understand it very well. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And I want to also inform Mietiala that if you kill one of us, you kill one of you, you people will die out before us. Because we outnumber you by over 100 to 1. You people have visited us to the zoo. It was the idiocy of the Hausa people that allowed you people to be doing all that rubbish you're doing. You cannot bring it to the east. You can't, and you know you can't anywhere. There's no need dwelling on it too much. You know you can't. Our own madness is more than your own madness. You know that very well. Our own insanity more than your own insanity. People like Ugwuanyi should stop being afraid of Mietiala. Ugwuanyi, stop being afraid of these people. They cannot do you anything. Apart from Abaribe, who else is talking? Do you think they can touch Abaribe? Of course they can't. Only Ikonso, only Ikonso, our commander on the ground. And everywhere is boiling. And as I said, 2,000 heads. I hear Jelia. He will be buried with 2,000 heads. And is being accumulated as we speak. 2,000 heads for his burial. The Oba of Benin is 100. Ikonso is 2,000 heads. And we are not going to stop until we get those heads. 2,000 of them before we bury him. You can lie all you like. Hey, let him come out and speak to the people. Is he now like an imposter in Asoro? Come out now and talk to the people if you're back. Come out now and speak to people. Idiot. Ugwuanyi, stop being afraid of these people. They cannot do you anything. And as usual, you know somebody who, when your life is a misery, when you have lost every hope in life, when you are very, very foolish, you have two things you can hold on to. One is hard drugs, the other one is alcohol. Mayok. Anywhere you go in life and you see people who are addicted to hard drugs or alcohol, call them over and interrogate them. They are not happy with their lives. Their life is a misery. And let me tell you the drug that Nigerians are on. You know, they are useless. In zoo, animals, they are useless. But the Fulani has a drug for them. It's called election. Once you announce election, everybody forgets. Hey, this UG, black people. Yes, my dear brother, ordinary. Only I won't say ordinary was a war commander. No, only consider. Imagine when they touch Abaribe. Oh my goodness. We'll bury him with the head of the Sultan himself. Only consul. They're running around and begging. And I said, no. We can't stop. It's too late. So in your next life, nobody would dare touch one ESN, one. I didn't even say commander, one. Anywhere now I hear that an IPOB family member has been arrested, the DPO will go down of that area. DSS very soon will remember you people. DSS, one thing to you. Will remember you. Small time. Keep abducting. Until you go your cup will soon full. And once it's full, then you will see her. I told the people that we have come with a type of insanity you have not seen before. A combination of two types of madness, Akola and the village one, Hara, two mixed together. And in the history of man, nobody has suffered from the two before, only us. And I'm number one. Two types of madness combined, arouse abhor, two types of madness combined into one. A very potent mixture. I feel sorry for the zoo. I feel sorry for the zoo. My voice, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, please move to what's it called again? Instagram. Or you go to Twitter. Forget about Facebook. Of course, they are messing it up for themselves, not for us. In my next life, I will not see black people. I'm being honest with you. In this UG, black. People who cannot reason properly. They have announced their date for election, as I said a few days ago. Now, forget that Fulani people are raping your mothers and abducting your sisters. Think of voting for Tinubu for a better tomorrow. They have announced their dates for election, trying to divert your attention. Electioneering is like your own opium. It's like your cocaine, your crack cocaine, your methamphetamine. They are your ganja you take. Because your life is useless. So you wait for election to come so you can be high once again. Now you understand it, don't you? The same way that a hopeless person clings onto a bottle of gin is how in your hopelessness in Nigeria you're clinging onto the hope of 2023 elections. And as I said, there will be no election. I'm not saying we are going to boycott. No, that one is too small. There will be none. So people of Anambra, be prepared. They are going to bring army, police, everything to Anambra. There will be no election. I assure you. There will be none. That heaven will fall this year. Eligwa and Gadite will fall this year. There will be no election. So you want us to go. So the same Fulani man in Abuja will do to Anambra, the first son of Biafra land, the first son of the Igbo race, where man began itself, Anambra State. You want Janjaweed to come and put somebody in Oka, as they did in Imo State. And say, oh, forget it. It's a democratic dispensation next time. And another idiot like Hopos or Demma will be put in office. Now you people are mad, honestly. It won't happen now. The only way election can happen in Anambra State is if we, the people, announce the result. it will be announced inside Anambra State, not in Abuja, there and then in the polling booth. As the people are voting, they are counting it there and then, and announcing it there and then. Not in Abuja. It's only INEC in Abuja that has the constitutional mandate to announce the result, so you can read it. There will be no. So rather people calling me and saying, oh, please now, take it easy, let's have election. No. Go and tell your INEC that all the results will be announced live there and then inside Anambra State. Ndara. We are live and we are direct. We are moving ahead and nothing, absolutely nothing is going to stop us. I don't know if I tweeted this one or not. I want to read the news for you that happened 2 months ago. It's for Tinubu and for Obasanjo, for all the sophisticated morons of the West, including some of their pastors. Because this is the type of news that you will never hear them write about. If you go to Punch newspaper, you never see it. You will not. Let me go back a little bit. I don't want people to say that I am not a Democrat. I don't want people in Anambra to vote. No, I'm not saying that. I said I don't want somebody that will come last or 8 or 9 to be imposed on us by Garba Shehu, as Abba Kyari did in Imo State. I'm saying no to that. All of you can see that Osodema is a complete disaster, bringing an army to invade his land. The same army that was backed by the British 50 years ago, that did a lot of damage. This fool went and brought them into our land. Do you want the same thing to happen in Anambra State? If we allow elections to proceed in Anambra, they will announce the result and put in one APC idiot in office. Is that what you want? You may want it, but we, the people of Biafra, we don't want it. We are the majority, we don't want it. That is why there have been elections in Anambra State. None. Unless INEC comes out to say, we will announce the results there live from polling station there. Every polling station there and then you announce it live. Only then will I concede. Unless you're prepared to do that, to hell with your elections. Another hope is after going to the north and wrestling you, you're wearing pampas, you come back, you're telling us rubbish about one Nigeria. In a number of all places. The first place that we began. All of us are from Anambra for information. All we did was Ipob, we kept moving until the Atlantic Ocean stopped us. And for those talking nonsense, oh, I'm from Ijo, I'm Amazon. All of you are from Arochukwu. Go and do your research very, very well. Then your eyes will clear. Let me read the news for you that they will not share with you at all in the zoo. The Headsman Debacle. It's a publication by the New Diplomat. The person who wrote this article is Dotun Akintomide. Dotun Akintomide. I think I pronounced it right. Dotun Akintomide wrote this about 2 months ago. Now let me read it for you. For Yoruba sophisticated morons, idiots hiding under stupid, wishy-washy grammar to be writing rubbish. This is for you. In Yoruba land, in your one Nigeria, where you want to vote for Tinubu to become president. Ogun residents, numbering about 5,000, have reportedly fled their villages to seek refuge in Pobe, P-O-B-E, a Beninois border community, which is Benin Republic, located about 100 kilometers from Cotonou, the commercial hub of Benin Republic, Nigeria's western neighbor. The mass movement of Nigerians in the last 1 week to Benin Republic followed reported herdsmen attacks in various villages located in Yewa North local government area and parts of Yewa South area of Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. Are you listening? Yoruba people are in Benin Republic. At the last count was 5,000 people. And some, the same Yoruba, some are in Lagos and in Abuja, talking and writing rubbish about one Nigeria. how they love one Nigeria, how to save their nation, Nigeria. Are you sure these sophisticated morons are okay in the brain at home? Are you sure they're all right in the brain? How about your, let's say, conservatively speaking, 5,000 people from Ogun State who are refugees in Benin Republic? Okay, oh no, they will have to wait until you vote in Tinubu, then they can now come back. Is that what you're saying? Intellectual indeed. Sophisticated. No wonder that person that came up with the name, sophisticated morons, I love him so much. I'm telling you, that describes you people. Honestly. And who are the people that drove Yoruba people away from their land into becoming refugees in the Republic? They are called headsmen, they are called bandits. But we know they are Fulani terrorists. Very, very horrible, horrible, nasty set of people. Very, very horrible set of people. And what is happening to them? These people that drove Yoruba people into exile in Benin Republic, what is happening to them? Let us hear from one of their hard men. The minister, the Honorable Minister of Defense, Magashi. What did he say? I condemn the idea of killing bandits in this country. The same people that they said came from Mali, came to Yoruba land, drove Yoruba people into Benin Republic. The person charged, their grammar is tasked with ending banditry. I have now changed the service chiefs. These ones are going to end banditry. He started by saying, I am against the killing of bandits in Nigeria. Defense Minister. Fulani is just messing about with you people, honestly speaking. The Minister of Defense, Bashir Magashi, of course, of Fulani Janjaweed. Their own people are killing. I want Igbo intellectuals to listen to me. Intellectuals, listen very carefully. He is a defense minister. On ascending that very office, he did not say, I'm a Nigerian, I'm detribalized. Go and kill all the bandits. He said, no. You see those bandits, nobody should touch them. Intellectual, what can you learn from your defense minister? Defending his own Fulani brethren who are murderers, rapists, kidnappers, land-grabbing demons. Compare him to yourself, you idiotic, you foolish intellectual, condemning those who are fighting for your liberation at the hands of these same people. The same people that drove Yoruba people into exile in Benin Republic. Now you understand it, don't you? Mogashi was quoted as saying in a post on Twitter by an aide to the President Muhammad Buhari, Loretta Onoche, on Tuesday, according to the famous harlot now, she has put on so much bleaching cream that bleaching cream no longer works on her. That palm wine drinking harlot and human trafficker in Asarok. Loretta Onoche. I don't share the idea of killing. This is a presidential aide for information. She works for Fulani presidency. I don't share the idea of killing bandits. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Can somebody say that to Hope Ozarema, please? Do you see how Fulanis are behaving? Do you see how an Igbo intellectual is behaving? Or should I say, the Sadikim Fulani of Imo State? Are you following me? I don't want you to leave your pen and paper when you're following this program, please. The Minister of Defense of Nigeria, a Fulani man, said, killing Fulani terrorists and murderers, rapists and land-grabbing demons cannot be tolerated. But the same people sent army to go to Imo State to fight people who are fighting Fulani terrorists. And after all this, you want me to be a Nigerian? I can't understand it. I can't understand it. And how even Hope Ozarema, I don't know what is wrong with bleaching cream. These people are bleaching. Even Hope Osadema is on bleaching cream. As Lord or not, they are bleaching their face. Even the president of the House of Senate, is it Lawan? They call the monkey. He's on bleaching cream as well. Look at their faces. You know about Gwako. Their faces are all burnt. Bleaching cream. These are the people that will save you. These are the people that will save you. A man who will spend time putting on bleaching cream on his face. He wants to be light. Eh? Hey. Unbelievable. According to Onochie, I don't share the idea. The Minister of Defense said, I don't share the idea of killing bandits. Everyone is innocent unless you're Ipob or you're Biafran. And then you're not innocent until proven guilty, they kill you there. When we send people into Obibo to kill, to slaughter, and to pillage, he's a lawyer. Mike is a learned man, learned colleague. He forgot about the rule of law. That is why Mike cannot live. I want us to do something to that man that the world will think to themselves what happened here. Then when we get to The Hague, I will ask them, in your country, do they teach lawyers to obey, to follow the rule of law or not? This idiot claims he's a barrister. To obey the rule of law was difficult. But when it comes to Fulani people, the same terrorists who are killing us, they tell us about obeying the rule of law. That is why we cannot forgive them. There will be no forgiveness. None whatsoever. This is the same, under this climate, is Tinubu trying to sound like a statesman, a born liar and a criminal. I don't even know why Yorubas will have the face to present such a man or even canvass for him to become a president. Anybody canvassing for him has no shame. Tinubu is a born liar and a criminal. As I said to you the other time, I will do a special program on that very man. I don't know why some Yoruba people still allow this man, this certificate forger and thief, to be parading himself as a statesman. This man don't know that I was following him all the way back in 1999. This man rejected, go back and see it, he rejected Abdul Salami's Islamic 1999 constitution. Today, he is a supporter of that very constitution. He was saying, I am angered. What did he say to his fellow Yoruba people? I am angered, troubled by terror across Nigeria. When you yourself, you brought terror against those who are peacefully protesting at Lekki Toll Gate. You see how they are. Oh, so those protesting at Lekki Toll Gate, the use of force to disperse them to kill people is not an act of terrorism. It's not. This was the man that Katrina Lang visited. And after that, thugs were unleashed from Mushi. Those of you that call yourself Nigerians, you're not ashamed of yourselves that you're coming out to campaign for this idiot. I will do a special program for him. Very special. That even Katrina Lang, the UK High Commission to Nigeria, will no longer visit him. I'm telling you the truth. I will do a special program on this thieving criminal, Tinubu. He wants to sound like a statesman. A chieftain of APC has expressed displeasure at the terror. Why did you not express this displeasure when young people carrying Nigerian flag were being shot dead inside Lekki? Because you're collecting toll gate money. You people think we are fools, yes? Anyway, you can deceive some of your people, but not us. Not us. He said that Benue has been troubled by criminal headsmen who have been killing and maiming people. And which other one? Did he mention us? Kamlayani. I think he knows not to mention the East. No, he never mentioned the East. It's just Benue. We must not tremble. They will be vanquished in the end. The tolerance, justice, and compassion shall win the day. Which justice and compassion? Let me ask you this question. So you think that you have shared the zoo between yourself and your Fulani masters, enjoying the oil. You are a multi-billionaire, stolen funds. You were hustling, you were in America, pushing your cocaine here and there. You were arrested and taken to court in America as a cocaine peddler, cocaine pusher. Oh dear. Zoo. May the good Lord have mercy upon your darkened souls, all of you. All of you in that zoological republic. If the Yoruba race fail to rise up now and deal with these idiots, believe you me, history will forever condemn them. But I do trust this generation. I trust them immensely. Immensely. That is a news that some of you may have forgotten. But I wish to bring to your attention this very evening before we close. How my 15-year-old daughter was abducted and forcefully converted to Islam and married off to MS Palace. Katsina farmer laments. It's happening in Nigeria. It's not on CNN, is it? I'll read it for you. This man is 75 years old. He's a farmer. 75-year-old farmer and father of a 15-year-old girl, Aishat, who was said to have been recently converted to Islam and forcefully married off without the consent of her parents in Ugwa, Dandada, a sleepy agrarian community with a population of around 1,500 people in Kafur, local government area of Katsina State. Before your eyes. Is that the type of Nigeria that you want? Your daughter forcibly married off to maybe to Shekau. Is that what you want? Do you think that had Nigeria dissolved, say, 10 years ago, that Leah Shuaibu today will be a captive and mother of 4 or 5, being repeatedly raped by these savages from the Sahel? Fulani savages from the Sahel abducted her because you are in one Nigeria. Not just Leah. That's another one, another 15-year-old. They love them young and small. I am Mani Bajo. I am 75 years old and I'm a farmer. I was born here in Ugwa, Dandada in Kafur, local government area of Katsina State. I grew up here and I married here. I have lived here all my life in this community. I am a Christian and I accepted Christ into my life when I was 30 years old. I was never a Muslim. Somebody from Katsina State is never a Muslim. I told you people before. There are minorities that are suffering in the north. And I want those minorities to understand that only Biafra can save you. You think that if Nigeria collapses, your life will be a misery. No, I assure you. It will be the beginning of a new dawn in your lives, I tell you. He is a Christian from Katsina State. But if you hear the name of the daughter's name is Aishat, you will think they are Muslims. You condemn them. You say, oh, they are Fulani or they are Hausa. No, they are not. They are Christians inside Katsina State. Indigenous to Katsina State. Now you understand. Oh dear. She's been taken, married off, forcibly converted and married off. No police can enter into MS place. But they stormed the palace of my father to kill people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is sustainable. It is not sustainable. The 12 northern states in the zoo, courtesy of why is it that Obasanjo allowed them I don't know, why was it that when the north agitated for Sharia, they got it? Anything they want, they get. People from the side of Nigeria for restructuring, they can never get it. But the Sharia in the north, that is why I say Obasanjo is a slave. People don't know who Obasanjo is. He is a slave, I'm telling you the truth. Obasanjo gave them Sharia. They didn't have to agitate for long. But why is it that the agitation for restructuring has been going on in the south for decades, yet no movement on their part? What does that tell about them? Maybe they need to come and take all these intellectuals and sophisticated morons from the south. I pray that the Fulani will come and take your daughters one after the other. And not the old ones, so 15, 14, 13, and take them to the north. Convert them to Islam. And then start raping them. Your stupid eyes will clear by force. To clear by force. You know that the Fulani is also running NNPC. Are you aware of that? And NNPC has no money anymore. Are you aware? There is no money. Look at Fulani doing quantitative easing. You know what is quantitative easing? It's printing of money and circulating into the economy. When US did the same thing, quantitative easing, or the UK, because I'm an economist so I know, they gave the money, they used it to underwrite soft loans, basically. They gave it to the banks and then asked the banks to start lending money to businesses in order to kickstart the economy. That is what quantitative easing is used for. The minting of money. Not backed up by any other monetary instrument, be it gold or silver or reserve or any of that sort. But do you know in Nigeria they are printing money? Fulani is printing money without no backup. And Fulani is printing money and using that money to distribute to states to pay workers, not to stimulate growth in the economy. And these are the people you are in the same country with. These are the people that you claimed and went to school. Lord have mercy. Only in the Zoological Republic. Only in the zoo. Only in the zoo. And no wonder they're sharing money anyhow they like. They're sharing money anyhow they like. And I heard that Dave Umahi said earlier today, that his non-existent Ibubago is not for ES. And I'm saying there will be no Ibubago at all. There will be no Ibubago anywhere. If we catch them, they are finished. There is no Ibubago. It's an audio something. You can be talking, you can be writing. Maybe it sounds nice. Ibubago, it sounds so sweet. And the Janjaweed would like you to float something, but it's too late. But let me warn everybody this evening so that they understand, those who are listening. No country needs a referendum in its constitution for a referendum to take place. So we know what we're asking for. All those intellectuals and morons that they didn't go to school. You don't need a referendum in your constitution for a referendum to take place. Because in the United Kingdom that created Nigeria, they do not have a written constitution. Everything is done by precedent. Yet they have referendum after referendum all the time. There is no written, not even constitution, there is none written, it's not anywhere to be found. There is no document you can lay your hands on and say, this is the British Constitution. No, it doesn't exist. So you don't need a referendum in your constitution for you to hold a referendum. Because power belongs to the people. You are in a democracy. Anything the people want is what they are going to get. Anything the people want is what they are going to get. And what I find astonishing is this. The UK granted referendum to Scotland. Yet there is no constitutional provision for that in the UK. Nobody went to Scotland with army and police killing people and said, unity of Britain, unity of UK. You allowed the people to express their opinion. Why can't we do this? Oh, sorry, they are white and we are black. Sorry, I forgot. They are white and we are black. Black people are not allowed to express their opinion. Only white people can. And who said so? We are coming to turn all of that upside down. That is why we are tweeting with the hashtag UK Let Biafra Go. Allow us to go. Sudan was once the largest country geographically in Africa. Today there are two countries. The almighty Soviet Union, with all their nuclear arsenal, they broke up. Yugoslavia broke up. They're all Slavic people. Yugoslavia means the land, the unity of the Slavic people. The same unity you're talking about today. They speak the same language. They are Slavic people, the same race, the same people, yet they could not stay in one country. Talk less of myself as somebody from the Futajalo, from Senegambia. Nachinama, a cattle rearer, a savage. I can't stay in some country with you. Never. These are the things that our people ought to understand and learn. But this evening I'm praying to the Almighty in heaven to change our attitudes so that we can live in peace with each other. Because separation is the only solution. If Abraham and Lot can do it in the Quran, if Abraham and Lot can do it in the Bible, if Abraham and Lot can do it in the Torah, because everything you have, both your Christianity and your Islam, you are all practicing Judaism. Because Jesus practiced Judaism. He was a Jew, for your information. If Abraham and Lot can say, let's go our separate ways, then let us go our separate ways. We are asking Elohim to remove us from the zoo. That's what we're asking for. And all this nonsense between Aguleri and Umueri, I must repeat, should stop and stop immediately. I don't want that to continue. I'm saying it again tonight. And I must warn all those who are coming to Biafra land to go to come and do your show of force. You will die there. And on that note, we have come to the end of our broadcast this very evening. I am going to do question and answer in 2 days because I won't allow the Janjaweed to rest or to sleep. If you allow them to rest or to sleep, they will use their narrative to distort the truth in the zoo or what is happening in the zoo. I will be back on Monday morning, 7 a.m. Biafran time. Question and answer this time around. Because the zoo has already fallen. I want all of those calling and begging and pleading with us to stop. ESN is armed to defend our land against all forms and manner of criminality. Even if that criminality is coming from the army or the police. We don't give a damn, we'll fight it. And go back to your history books once again. Once any freedom fighting movement picks up a gun, it's over. It must end with a negotiated settlement and sovereignty afterwards. We are not going to stop or we all die. Thank you very much for listening to us this very evening, morning, noon, or depending on where you are. As always, to you, Biafra may mean separatist secession, a country that existed for over 5,000 years. To others, it could mean a part of Eastern Nigeria. But to us, Biafra is much more than all of these things put together. Biafra is our religion. The same way that Pantami, the terrorist, is saying, I don't mind dying for the religion of Allah. The same way that Biafra is our religion. And we don't mind dying for it. Here on Radio Biafra, this citadel, this holy platform is where we worship. Because Chukwukika Biama Benigwe, Elohim Adonai El Shaddai, Tamuno, Olisa, Abasi is our God. From me, from here, and believe it or not, with all the love in my heart, for all of you, good evening.